All right, so this is overhead press day. How I've been approaching this is linearly because, torn labrum, so everything's so weak. It doesn't make sense to be applying a 5 through 1 kind of schedule to it. So anyway, the warm up, I didn't record it because I've recorded it and put it on my work channel before. It's on the bench. The bench bar is nice and low so that I can pin whatever scapula that I'm doing my internal rotations on. So basically what you do is you hold a weight in your hand, let the weight pull you deep into capsular internal rotation. The reason you want to pin your scapula is because it will remove the scapular movement from the rotation of the shoulder, and that forces you into capsular IR, so you can focus on capsular ER for your actual work. So capsular IR stretch thing, I don't even know what it's called. And then McLeod flies. So that's the warm up. Little bit of biceps, triceps, and then this is like a big one for me. This is a plate aside. I finally hit it for 10. And a specific thing that I've been really finding interesting about the bench and overhead here on my overhead is that it's been feeling better the heavier it gets, actually. I don't know if that's just because I'm being forced to brace harder or what, but yeah, by the time it gets to about a plate, it's like the pain in the front of my shoulder and the back of my shoulder. Like there's pain in teres because I have strained teres, and then there's also pain in labrum because I at least grade 2 strain of labrum. Like I think I also tore transverse humeral ligament. But anyway, heavier actually feels better, and I was thinking about bumping it up 5 aside, but I said, you know what? Let's leave that for next session. So the next most important exercise that I've been doing, I actually haven't been doing it. This is the heaviest I've been able to go with overhead on one arm for a long time. So I cut out most of the workup sets for all this entire workout because I feel like it was really not worth watching. It like made the video 6 minutes long, so I cut out about half of the fluff. And the reason I chose this particular exercise for my overhead assistance work, like my second overhead press, is because that upside down kettlebell forces you to have a really stable shoulder. And this is great too, because the most of being able to press one arm overhead so far has been like 10 pounds max. So I believe this is like 29 pounds. And then the next set is very difficult, actually. It was a 40 pound kettlebell, and I get 7 on my shit side. But you can just see how shaky and how much work it needs. It really needs work. Trying not to extend with my thorax to make it kind of like an incline press, but this is kind of like a compensatory pattern that I guess I'm running. I'm going to have to just be mindful of it. It was a little bit painful, but it generally felt pretty good. I mean, like, I think some of the most important things to consider here for me is to make sure that my lats are on. Lats do brace scapula. If you're, most people, some people, the lats do not attach to the inferior border of the scapula, but I'm fairly confident on me they do, because bracing the lats really helps with shoulder stability, and also contracting all the other little muscles of the rotator cuff while you press, right? You can see how easy it is on the right side. Kind of trivial. Hit it for 7, and then right side, bang it out, no problem. And then I'm going to try to finish a set of 10, and yeah, no. So anyway, that's overhead.